And new at 5:30, a tremendous amount of trash. Just take a look at your TV screens and take a look at this. That's how the DOT is describing garbage piling up under the Craven Street Bridge in Asheville.
A lot of viewers have also emailed us photos. News 13's Andrew James is live from across the river of that trash pile.
And Andrew, you have learned who is responsible for cleaning all of this up.
Yeah, that's the question that a lot of people have been asking me today, and I have learned that Craven Street is a state-maintained road. As you said, we're across the river right now, but if you look out across, you can see just how much trash is piled up, and we know that the location that it's at will make it tough to clean up.
I've been running out here since this greenway started, and I've never seen it so bad.
This is the view greeting many people using the greenway in the River Arts District right along the French Broad River. Runner Nicole Crane tells me she's seen trash out here before, but she says this is another level.
I mean, everybody accidentally litters, or sometimes people intentionally do, but this looks like purposeful dumping. It's huge amounts. Nobody's living there.
Sleeping bags, shoes, clothes, and even a floating trash can. Some of the trash now falling into the French Broad River, leaving many asking who will clean this up.
Definitely the sanitation part for me is also the safety, because when you're paddling, you expect some rocks and trees. You don't expect trash cans and other hazards that you could accidentally get stuck on.
A spokesperson for NCDOT sent News 13 a statement saying they hadn't received any requests about this location until Thursday afternoon. That statement says in part, quote, significant coordination and planning with the city of Asheville and other agency partners will be necessary to safely remove a tremendous amount of hazardous debris at this location.
I don't think we should just sit back and say, oh, well, that's just the way it is now, because otherwise we're going to turn into what's happened to Seattle and San Francisco and all these other cities that are just giant garbage dumps now.
Now, that statement from NCDOT goes on to say that in similar situations, they would remove the trash using small excavators. But because of this location and just how close it is to the French Broad River, I'm told that cleanup method is unlikely.
Last week, a woman in Colorado was killed after a rock was thrown through her windshield from an overpass.
Now, an Asheville woman says a similar thing happened when her car was hit with a large object thrown from a bridge on I-26. News 13's Taylor Thompson spoke with her and walks us through what happened.
A gut-wrenching experience. One woman says that someone purposely threw a rock off of this bridge here behind me and it smashed through her car. Marisol Alonso and her daughter were driving home late Saturday night when she passed under a bridge on I-26 and heard a startling noise, causing her to immediately pull over.
Oh my God, what happened? Because my daughter was terrified. And we went with look on the top, and that's what I realized, that someone they smashed my sunroof in pieces. I called the police right away, so one of the officers came and he took pictures, and he said that at that point he said maybe a piece of concrete came out of the old bridge and or someone or throw something at us.
Marisol went back the next morning to investigate.
But I found this big rock. I mean, the remaining of the rock, whatever, threw this on my car.
She did file a report with the Asheville Police Department, and while Marisol said they told her this is an isolated incident, she's not at ease.
These people who's doing this, they're gonna do it again, that is for sure.
She says she has no choice but to take I-26 daily.
I work 6 days a week. I have to take it, especially at nighttime. Whoever do this, just please stop doing this, because this can kill somebody, period. It cost me a lot of damage to my car, you know, and the struggle of renting a car and going through all this and losing days at work, you know.
The damage just emotionally too.
It is emotional. You know, my daughter is taking the driver ed class and she was panicking. I mean, it's just something very unexpected. Me and my daughter, we were very lucky that nothing else happened. A couple inches and this rock will crash into my windshield and the story will be different.
And Marisol says there's no updates as to who may have done this, as police told her without any cameras up here, it's hard to find a suspect, leaving her worried that whoever did this to her will do it again.
The Asheville Police Department comes together to help one of its own. Last week, an officer's fiancée died unexpectedly. They had 2 young children together. News 13's Hannah McKenzie has more on the efforts to support the family.
A tragic incident at Lake James, April 21st.
They went out on a family trip and they came home and Mom didn't.
Hannah Walker died shortly after jumping into the water. According to the Burke County Sheriff's Office, witnesses say Walker suffered an asthma attack and fell unconscious. Walker's fiancé and a friend struggled to get her back on board a pontoon boat and to shore. A passerby called 911. Efforts to resuscitate her were unsuccessful. The 27-year-old leaving behind 2 young children, 5-year-old Noah and 5-week-old Penny, as well as fiancé Joey McKee, an Asheville police officer.
Hannah was very bubbly, full of life, and for the ways that Joey was maybe a little more quiet or private, Hannah was just tender and full of life.
Detective Amy Stepanowicz went through basic training with McKee. She's known the family for 6+ years. The tight-knit department now stepping up to support their brother in blue with a GoFundMe.
Hannah was a stay-at-home mom. That's what she did, that's what she loved, and so now Joey's going to have to navigate what it's like to be a single dad, and everything that comes with that.
From meals and childcare to long-term needs, even emotional support, APD plans to be there. McKee's lieutenant, Ann Fowler, serves as the assistant commander of the department's peer support program.
We take care of each other and we make sure that we are good within. Being a police officer is a hard job to deal with. Not only do you see the worst of the worst, but then you have your own personal life that you have to deal with and your own crises within your own home that you have to deal with, and then come to work and put on a face and be able to provide for the community.
And right now, one of their community needs help from his community.
Joey has dedicated his life to serving his community and the people around him, and I would just really love to see his community and the people around him come back full swing and do what they can to serve him.